Is it possible for a man to be loyal and not cheat?
Of course, it is possible.
Is it?
Yeah, but you have to understand is men are only loyal to the type to the woman that he wants, right?
But
So
they can be married for years and they still cheat. And they seem to be so happy and everything, and then they still cheat. I would like to understand why.
well, I mean, there's a multiple reasons why men and women do cheat too. So men cheat and women too. Women too do cheat in a relationship, but just because they're cheating does not mean that men and women are not loyal. There are there's a multitude of reasons why men and women cheat, but the best way to make sure you ensure attraction, commitment from a man is being the type of woman that men are attracted to. So if you become that woman that they're attracted to, that makes him happy, and the same thing for men. If you want to make sure that your woman is satisfied with you, you have to become the man that she wants, makes her happy.
But they still cheat.
No, what I'm saying is there's for those people that cheat, that's a different scenario. But there are people out there that their marriages work is because both partners are both providing what each other wants, and they work on the relationship and they build it and they put in effort. The problem with a lot of times when people cheat is usually one of them are not putting the effort in. So people, especially in today's dating culture today, let's be honest, a lot of people ain't really putting that effort into their relationships. I don't know if you guys been dating with people now. Like people are expecting relationships to be easy. People are not used to putting effort and discipline and work into the relationship, because people think relationships, because of social media, people think relationships is just fun and partying and posting pictures, but there's a lot of effort and responsibility and duty that goes into a relationship. And if you find the right person, that's willing to invest into you, that loves you, commits to you, and you're willing to reciprocate that, then the likelihood of that is going to work out. But a lot of times people go into relationships with the wrong people. People go into relationships insecure, broken, bring their traumas. They have trust issues. But like there's a lot of reasons people go into relationships. But the thing is, they're in the wrong relationship, or they're not putting effort into the relationship. And that's why a lot of relationships don't work. But if you find the right person, take your time, work on yourself, improve yourself, and you reciprocate that, and you do the things that that makes them happy, and they do the things that make you happy, then the likelihood of that working out is going to work. But if you just go into relationships and then no communication, pick the wrong man, and all these things that people tend to do, and it's very toxic, and you stay in that toxic relationship, then that's probably the likelihood of that relationship is probably gonna end up falling apart, or somebody's gonna cheat.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, there's a lot of good men out there. I think you gotta be more optimistic. I think you've been around a lot of bad men.
No,
bad
but
relationships.
that's honestly, truly, that's the biggest problem in this. Like, I don't know if it's like recent with this generation or something, but it's really hard to find a guy who approach you and ask you on a date, and then you always find out that they have a girlfriend at home, or they have a wife and 5 kids or something. Like it's so I get so much approaching from men who have literal families, and they still approach you. They have wives, they have everything, like looking so good on social media, and they still approach you on Instagram.
These are dudes you're finding through Instagram?
Yeah, where do you meet these?
They are messaging me on Instagram, and then I go to their page and do a little research, and they have like whole families.
Oh, okay, so when it comes to attracting the right men, if you're the location and where you go, it really plays a big deal. So like if you're a social media, for me, I know that I looked in your profile, you're a social media influencer, right? So the thing is, you post a lot of pictures of yourself and you put your body out there. So
yes, that means that I know that attracts men, but the men who have families should not have the urge to message someone good looking on Instagram.
I know, but that's how social media works. Is guys who are in families are gonna message girls out there would post their bodies out. That's just life. That's social media for you. So those guys that's on your it's on your profile are reaching out to you because of how you portray yourself sexually on your page. So for you because you do that that's how you post yourself. It's probably not a good idea to take any of those guys in your DM seriously because you already know why.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But it gives me the idea that why would I ever want to get married? Because these married men are doing this. And like, I don't want to be ever in the situation that I'm married and I am taking care of our kids and our house and doing all of that. And then he is messaging someone on Instagram telling them how they want to take you on a ride with their Ferrari and something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that is so sickening.
So that's
and
what I'm
the
saying.
girls have no idea. The girls have no idea their husband is doing this.
That's what I'm saying. Is your dating pool is in the part where a lot of cheaters are in. So if you want to find high quality men, then try something at a different place. Go to a community. Go to a church. I'm not saying church is a guarantee, but I'm just saying go to places where you see a lot of men who have good character.
Community events.
Community
Awesome.
events,
Yeah.
volunteers, volunteer charity work. Go to places where men show it shows they have to their character shows a lot in those type of areas, and then that's where you need to go to. But finding a man on social media is the same thing as trying to find a man in a club.
I wouldn't worry too much about like finding someone that are like the people in your DMs because I mean,
it's trash.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, how do you meet people?
Go outside, walk out.
Oh no. Oh,
Where?
okay. So
actually, the thing I really sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Okay, so like at a nice restaurant with like a bar, but like not just any restaurant, but like a nice one at a bar. Go have find a regular spot that you go like once like a week or something that you have dinner at, like have dinner by yourself. Don't just go to the bar at that restaurant, but like, you'll start to become a regular, like somewhere where everybody goes, but like that, like different countries, like in nicer restaurants, higher end restaurants, you know what I'm saying? Where you want to become not like too much of a regular. Like I don't think we have enough time for me to go over like all the steps, but like we all know how to play the game. Like you just got to vet your dudes.
Yeah.
Like any community event where some people are volunteering, like
that's a good place.
Yeah, like except unless these guys are from the Peace Corps, those guys are whores. Don't.
or like your hobbies. What do you like?
Yeah.
Elli, what do you like to do? Do you like with the hobbies? Please go to places of if you like to hike, if you like to work out, like go to places where you have mutual interest with these men, right? And they can approach you,
Yeah.
The gym. Be careful of the gym though, because some of those guys are fuckboys.
I know all of them. Like they are.
But they're nice to look at when you're working out. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't go out. I don't go to clubs. I don't use alcohol. So it's very hard to meet someone other than social media. But tip, that restaurant thing sounded fascinating. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, like take yourself on a date, girl. Get dressed up, go.
Alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's like Elli, and especially all the women out there that's watching this, like, you have to put yourself out there to be found. You can't stay inside a house and wonder why these guys are not showing up, unless you want somebody to break into your house and find you.
Yeah.
At that point, call 911.
All right. Lesley, what was your reaction to that video that we posted?
Well, first off, I want to say I really don't agree with this whole like you got to do this so guys can like finding guys. Honestly, when it happens, and what you said, Will, was on point. You have to build yourself. You have to work on yourself. Fuck everyone else. As long as you're doing what you need to do, somehow God will send that person to you in some kind of avenue when you are not looking for it. Because I've done the restaurant things. I've all these things. And I was like, man, why am I trying so hard? You know, I thank God for social media because you can put yourself out there, but you just gotta see like you weed through it. I mean, it is a good. I met my boyfriend, soon to be fiance, on social media. He was a real estate broker. He was like looking at all the realtors in Hawaii and was like, this girl, I think I need to call her, not in a creepy way, but he's like, she probably has tons of DMs. So I'm gonna get lost. So I'm gonna call her and give her a free video shoot. And that worked, you know, and he wasn't trying to be weird like that. But when we spent a lot of time working together, then I got to see who he was and how he was like. And it just happened, you know. So if I wasn't that kind of person, like, then I wouldn't have attracted that. So I wouldn't worry about like trying to attract. I think women should worry about you just be the best version of you, and fuck who doesn't like you and who has an opinion about what you do. You just be who you are. That's the thing. That's it.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
This will come to you. Relationships will come. The right friends will come to you. The people that you in your circle. All you have to do is be you. That's it.
Yes, and the energy you build up, the energy you are building, all the work you do in your inner self, that is the thing which is gonna attract the things in your life. So yeah, that's the most important thing. Whatever is meant for me, it will find me somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. No, go ahead, Tuin.
I'm so sorry. I'm on the YouTube live and I just want to comment on one comment. It says a lot of generalizations being spoken here. Social media isn't real life. Yeah, we're generalizing because we're speaking to the majority.
Yeah, the majority.
Like, so
we're talking about dating culture. Yeah.
You know, so like, for some people that like, there may be an exception to the rule, but the rule is this, and this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear.
Yeah. and also I totally agree with Lesley. You know, if you want to attract somebody, then of course you have to be yourself and work on yourself to be the best version of yourself. But the thing is, I think it is important also to make sure you're working on the right things that makes you attractive to the person that you're looking for, right? Because if you're a guy,
but are you looking for someone?
Everybody's looking. Most people are looking for somebody. Most people don't want to die alone. All right.
If you put out that desperate energy, you're like,
most people want to find somebody. There's not many people that want to spend the rest of their life alone and single. All of us, we're human beings, we're social creatures. So like we're built to be social, to find somebody to be with, you know. But I would say, like I said, but it is important to know what men are looking for, women are looking for, because if you're a woman, if you're a guy out there and you love to play video games and that's who you are and you just want to play video games your whole life, that's what makes you happy and that's the best version of yourself. Your chances of finding a girlfriend and a wife is probably not going to be suitable for you. So I think it is important to have these type of conversations we have.
Girlfriend.
But I'm just saying is, it's important for men. It's important to know what women are looking for, so you can work on yourself to be the best version of yourself for you, but also make yourself attractive to women. But also for women as well, to work on yourself and make sure you're doing the things that makes you attractive to. Because you can be the best version of yourself, but if you're not attracted to women and men, or the opposite sex, nobody's going to approach you and nobody's going to take you seriously. So it's most important to have the awareness to be the best version of yourself, but also have the awareness to know the specific things the opposite sex is looking for. And if you do that, then the probability of you finding or attracting somebody, the majority of the dating culture today is pretty high. But if you want to do that, you want to be the exception to the rule, hey, like I said, go for it. But for me, I'm a numbers guy. I always like to work in things that have the best chances to win. I don't want to focus on the exception. I want to focus on the majority where I have the best chance to succeed, especially when it comes to dating.